Hey class, welcome to another video with Mr. Pacheco guys. Remember, this is no longer lecture videos. These are videos for the test reviews that for the test you'll be taking for the semester. So this is test 4 review. Let's go ahead and cover what's going to be on test 4 guys. Test 4 will cover chapter 10. There's 5 sections guys. It will have 20 questions, and remember you will have 3 attempts for this test. Please complete this review and the homeworks before you attempt the test, guys. Best of luck to you all. Keep in mind to please email me or text. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Email me or text me if you have any questions regarding my class. Let's get to it. All right, number 1. Plot the ordered pair -3, 5. State in which quadrant or on which axis the point lies. So remember, this is the x-axis, guys, the horizontal, and then this is the y, the vertical. And the points on there is x-axis, here is y-axis. The point is xy. So x is -3. So x is -3 is to the left. So 1, 2, 3. -3 is right here. +5 is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where the point goes. Remember, this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So it's in quadrant 2. Every point is x comma y. And you can also tell, like in quadrant 1, both x and y are positive, so it'll be positive and positive. Quadrant 2, x is negative, but y is positive. Quadrant 3, they're both negative. And then here, quadrant 4 is x is positive, but y is negative. So another little fun fact, I gave this in the lecture, so keep that in mind. Number 2, find the x and y coordinates of the labeled point. Oh, this is a C, not B. So this is C. C is right here at the middle. This is a positive one, negative one. So it's right here at the origin. So C is at the origin. What is the point of the origin? The origin is 0, 0. So that is where the point is at, and we're done. Determine if the following ordered pairs are solutions to the equation here. So we're going to test out 4a. So 4, 8. So this is x, y. So we're going to plug in these points. So plug in points, plug in point to equation. If it's a true statement, if the left equals the right, it is a solution. If it does not equal the left to the right, then it's not a solution. So we have the equation, right? We have 2x plus y equals 16. Let's plug it in. So then we have 2 parentheses x, right? X is 4 plus y. Y is 8 equals 16. And put a question mark on the 16 on the equal sign because we don't know. 2 times 4 is 8. So we have 8 plus 8 equals 16, which is 16 equals 16. So it's true because the left equals 16, which equals to the right. So it's a solution. Yes, it's a solution. Now we're going to go ahead and do B. B is 8, 0. So we have 2x plus y equals 16. X is 8, y is 0. So it'll be 2 parentheses 8 plus 0 equals 16 with a question mark. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 0 equals 16. So then 16 equals 16. That's true. So yes, it's a solution here. I'm not going to write the reason why because it's the same reason as up here. So we're done with B. A is done. Let's finish off with C. So C. C is 0, 16. This is x and this is y. So then we get 2 parentheses 0 plus 16 equals 16. question mark. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 16 equals 16, which is 16 equals 16, which is true. So yes, it's a solution because the left equals 16, which is equals to the right. Same statement, that's why I'm not copying it. So there you go. Yes, they're all solutions, guys. Number 4, complete each order pair so that it is a solution of the given linear equation. It wants a solution, so that means it wants you to find a true statement, guys, a true statement. So let's look at A. So this is x, y. So A is set y equals to 2, and we're going to solve for x because that's the unknown that we don't know. This is the equation we're going to use. We want to find a solution. So then we get x minus 4, y equals negative 9. But I'm going to plug in 2 for y. Four times 2 is 8. So then we get x minus 8 equals negative 9. Add 8 on both sides. So I get x is equal to negative 1. So then the solution for A is negative 1 comma 2. So now we just plug in for x pretty much. X was x comma 2, but now we have the full solution. All right, let's do B. So B is negative 13 comma y. So for this one, this is x, right? So we're going to set x equals negative 13, and then we're going to solve for y. So that's going to be x minus 4y equals negative 9. Same equation, right? X is negative 13, so it'll be negative 13 minus 4y equals negative 9. Solve for y. Add 13 on both sides. So I'll bring down the negative 4y. This is 4. Divide both sides by negative 4. So we get y is equal to negative 1. So then the solution would be negative 13 comma negative 1. And we're done. All right, guys. Moving on to the next one. Complete the table of ordered pairs for the given linear equation. So this process is the same as before, but you pretty much have to just use what they give you. So you have the equation, right? We have to use that equation. So A, right? A they give us. So this is going to be A. This is going to be B. This is going to be C. So A they give us what x is 0, but we don't know y. So we're gonna set x equals 0. Solve for what letter? Solve for y. We're going to use this equation. So then we have x plus 6y equals 12. X is 0, so we get 0 plus 6y equals 12, which is just 6y equals 12. Divide both sides by 6, so then we get y equals 2. So this is 2. B, they give us y equals 0. So we're going to set y equals 0, solve for x. So then set y equals 0, so then we get x plus 6 parentheses 0 equals 12. 6 times 0 is 0, so we get x plus 0 equals 12, which is just x equals 12, and we're done. So that ordered pair would be 12 comma 0. C. On C, we're going to set y equals 5, solve for x. So then we get x plus 6 parentheses 5 equals 12. 6 times 5 is 30. Subtract 30 on both sides. So then we get x equals negative 18. And we're done. Notice how it's all the things that we've learned so far. We know how to plug in things. We know how to solve equations. So this is all information we've done before. It's just a different context now. So do not overthink this as you work through these problems, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Remember to rewind these problems if you're struggling, pause it if you need to work them out. Like you can pause here and do this on your own and then press play to watch me work it out. Determine if the given equation is a linear equation. To be a linear equation, the exponent for all letters need to be 1. Exponents have to be 1. Must be 1. Here we have an exponent 2. That's not 1. So therefore this is not 1. This is not linear. Not linear. All right. For the equation, we're going to find 3 order pairs by completing the table. Then we're going to use any 2 of the order pairs to graph the equation, guys. Graph the equation. Okay. Bear with me. So we're going to go ahead and make a table, right? So it's same thing as we've done before, but now we're going to graph the line at the end. So let's go ahead and look at this one. So this is going to be A, B, and C. All right, so this is A. So A is going to be set. What do we know? We know Y, right? We know Y is equal to 0. And we're going to solve for X. Here's the equation. X minus Y equals 6. I'm going to rewrite it again. So Y is 0. So it'll be X minus 0 equals 6. Well, where X minus 0, though, is just what? X. So we're done. 6 comma 0. I'm going to plot that point here. 6 comma 0. That's the first point. That's A. B. B is 3. So set X equals 3. Solve for Y. So then we get X minus Y. X minus Y equals 6. X is 3, so it's 3 minus Y equals 6. We're going to move the 3 over, so subtract 3. So then we get negative Y equals positive 3. There's a negative 1 here that we're going to divide by. Anytime we divide by negative, the sign flips. So positive 3 becomes a negative 3. So then fill in the table. When X is 3, Y is negative 1. When X is 3, Y is negative 1. You only need 2 points to make a line, so I can draw a line if I wanted to, but I'm going to finish the table first. So C, we know Y is negative 1. Oh, okay, so when Y is negative 1, so Y equals negative 1, solve for X. Well, here we have negative 1, right? So that means X is going to be 3, but let me show you the math. So it'll be X minus negative 1 equals 6. Oh no, this is negative 3. Negative 3. I messed up. This is not positive 3. Okay, so 2 negatives make a positive. X plus 1 equals 6. Subtract 1 on both sides. So now I get X equals to positive 5. So this is not the right point. So when X is 3, it's negative 3. When X is 5, it's negative 1. Right here. So you just get your point and you just connect them all through here. The line tool is pretty easy to use in MATLAB, so you'll be good. But yeah, and that's how you do it, guys. You find the table values, and then yeah, I messed up on that middle value. My bad. It is negative 3. I have it there. Y equals negative 3. I just wrote it down wrong. So there you go. We're done with number 7. Same thing here. We want to find the table and then graph our line. We have Y equals negative 2x, right? That's our equation we're plugging in. So let's take a look. So they're giving us X values. So the first one is set X equals 0, solve for Y. So A is set x equals 0, solve for y. So we have y equals negative 2x, which is y equals negative 2 times 0, which is 0. So y is 0 when x is 0. B, set x equals negative 2, solve for y. So then we get y equals negative 2 parentheses negative 2. Two negatives make a positive. And then we're on C. Set x equals 1. Solve for y. So then we get y equals negative 2 times 1, which is negative 2. So it'll be 0, 0, negative 2, 4. We only need 2 points to draw the line, but I can do the 1. So 1, negative 2. And we're done. Remember, you only need 2 points to plot. We're using the MyLab tool, so don't overthink this, guys. Let's keep going. Number 9, identify the intercepts. So we have 2x, we have one x, this is an x-intercept, and this is a y-intercept because it crosses the certain axis, right? This is y-axis, and this is the x-axis. So x is negative 2, so x equals negative 2, but as an ordered pair, it'll be negative 2, comma 0. For the y-intercept, we have y equals positive 2, but as the intercept, it'll be 0, comma 2. And we're done. So only 2 intercepts. Plot the intercepts to graph the equation 4x minus 16y equals 16. So A is the x-intercept, right? To find the x-intercept, which is x comma 0, we need to solve for x. So we need to solve for, set y equals 0, solve for x. To find the x-intercept, set y equals 0, solve for x. That is how we find a y-intercept. So we have the equation, right? Let me switch it up. So then we get 4x minus 16y equals 16. Y is 0, so it'll be 4x minus 16 times 0 equals 16. This cancels out, right? So then we get 4x equals 16. Because it's a 0, right? 16 times 0 is 0. 4x plus 0 is just 4x. Divide both sides by 4. So we get x equals 4. And that is the x-intercept. So it'll be 4, comma 0. And that's going to be right here. Plot that bad boy there. So now we need to find B. B is the y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, which is 0, comma y, we need to do set x equals 0, solve for y. That is how we find the y-intercept for an equation. So then we get 4x minus 16y equals 16. So then we get 4 parentheses 0 minus 16y equals 16, which becomes negative 16y equals 16, because 4 times 0 is just 0. Divide both sides by negative 16, we get y equals negative 1. And as an ordered pair, that is 0, comma negative 1, which is right here. And then you get your line tool from MyMathLab. There you go, and you're done. Define slope, guys. That is pretty much the steepness and the slantness of a line. So steepness or slantness of a line. Make sure you utilize the lecture notes from this, guys. The slantness and the steepness of a line. Oh, I'm sorry for having ugly handwriting, guys. 12. Find the slope of the line that goes to the given points. So we have 2 points. To do this problem, guys, we need to use the formula m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we gotta label our points, right? So this is gonna be x1, y1. This is gonna be x2, y2. I'm gonna be honest with you. Does it matter how you do it? No, it does not, guys. No, it does not. Um, so we have it labeled. So let's plug it in. So then we get y2 was 3, right? So it'll be 3 minus, right? Because y2 minus y1 is negative 9. And then x2 is negative 1 minus 1. So this pretty much becomes 3 plus 9, right? Because two negatives. Negative 1 minus 1. You owe the bank $1, but you still spend $1, so you still owe them $2. So then we get 12 over negative 2, which is negative 6. So the slope is negative 6. You can use a calculator to help you out with the adding and dividing, but do not overthink it, guys. It's simple labeling, simple plugging it in. You have the formula, and then simplify. Find the slope of the line if it exists, guys. So what you do is you get 2 points in the line, and remember, slope is rise over run. Rise over run. Now if it's going down from left to right, like this line is going downhill, right? You have a little guy going downhill, way sliding down. So that's fall, right? It's fall over run. Now, fall means it's going to be a negative slope, right? So let's see, how much did we fall to get to this pretty point here? The 2 dots. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We fell 6 points to get to this one. So it'll be negative 6 here. How much do we run? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We ran 5. And we're done. Make sure you do not overthink it, guys. It's very simple to find the slope with the line. You look at 2 pretty points and just make sure the points are either established or you make them yourself. So like for example, this is not a pretty point because it's not touching the corner of the grid. These points, they give it to you, so use the points that they give you. You'll see one of these problems on the test. Use the process that I just did. And now if the line's going up like this, that's a positive slope. Going down is a negative slope. So find the slope of the line y equals 4x minus 2. So remember the equation slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Remember, m is the slope, guys, which is next to x, which is 4. So this equation, m is equal to 4, and you're done. Write an equation of the line given the slope m, y-intercept b, m equals 8, b equals 9. So remember, the equation is y equals mx plus b. Here they gave us that m equals 8 and b equals 9, so let's plug that in. So then we get y equals 8x plus 9, and we are done. Do not overthink the equation. You just plug it in and then producing what it is. All right. Write an equation of the line of the slope with m equals 6 that passes to a point 5, 5. So here we're going to have to use the point slope formula. So this is m and this is x1, y1. So the formula is this. So we're going to get y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. So then we're going to get y minus 5 equals 6 parentheses x minus 5. Go ahead and multiply by 6 on both sides. So then I get 6 times x is 6x. 6 times minus 5 is negative 30. I'm going to add 5 on both sides to get y by itself. So then I get 6x minus 25. But I want x to get 8x plus by. We need to move 6x over here. So it'll be minus 6x on both sides. So then I get negative 6x plus y equals negative 25. And we're done. It is in this form here. So we plug into this formula first, right? The point slope formula. We get y by itself, and then we move the x over. And we're done. All right, last problem, guys. Find the equation. The line passes the pair of points. Write the equation in ax plus by equals c. So we have 2 points, right? So that means we have to find this formula of slope, or find the slope using the formula. So we know m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So label your points x1, y1, x2, y2. Remember, it doesn't matter which one you label, but I'm doing it. So then y2 is 9 minus y1, which is 3. x2 is 4 minus x1, which is 2. So 9 minus 3 is 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 over 2 is just 3. So we know m equals 3. So we're going to use the formula that we did last, y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. We now know m, right? And we know x1, y1. So it'll be y minus 3 equals 3 parentheses x minus 2. We plugged in y1. We plugged in y1, m, and x1. M, x1, and y1. So now we simplify. We distribute the 3. So then we get 3x minus 6. Add 3 on both sides. So then we get y equals 3x minus 3. Subtract 3x on both sides. So then we get negative 3x plus y equals negative 3. And we're done. So notice how all of this has like a recipe to follow, guys. Follow this recipe for when you take the official test 4, and I promise you, you will be successful, guys. Rewatch any problems that you're struggling with. Make sure you question yourself. Watch any lectures. Make sure you do the homeworks, and hopefully this review made sense for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace and love, everyone.